Hello, this is 4x4shop.ca with a 2014 Audi Q5 internal MMI, removal of the dash panel and radio cluster. First thing you're going to start with is the bezel around the monitor, which you're going to take a pry tool and gently push it into the side until you pry up the edges. This has been pre-removed for ease of making a video. Then you pull that out, you remove it. You're going to remove the one hazard light switch, put it to the side. Then after, you're going to have 4 Torx screws that you're going to remove from the monitor. Once that is removed, you're going to pull out the monitor clip from the back of the screen. Put that to the side because you no longer be using it. Then you're going to go to the air conditioning vents. You're going to pop out. You have to be careful because these clips are metal clips and they are relatively tight, but just give it a little bit of pressure and one by one it will come out. Then you're going to remove the air conditioning sensor from the top, run it through the bottom, and then remove. Then you're going to remove the air conditioning control unit at the bottom. Again, place your pry or panel popping tool at the side, pry in, and then pull out. Remove the 2 power connecting clips. Then you're going to have 4 8mm screws that attach to the radio. You're going to remove these screws, and then the radio will slide out, and that will give you access to the removal of a 2014 Audi Q5 with internal MMI unit. Hello, this is 4x4 Shop with a 2014 Q5 with internal MMI navigation integration installation. Now, first thing from continuation from the last video is the original air vent switch on the factory shifter bezel. Now that is going to pry out. You're going to have 2 clips at the side and then 1 locking tab at the back. Now you will insert it straight down. Make sure that the 2 seams are lined up until it's flush and you hear a click. Now to remove this, you're going to first pop up the shifter trim. Then you're going to firmly grab around the edges of the shifter and lift straight up to release from the clips. You will need to put the key in the ignition to shift the shifter back to maneuver it out, and once you take out the plugs. Now you're going to plug in your MMI control wire from the harness. Now also with the factory T-harness that we supplied, you're going to connect it to the male end of the Volkswagen, on the Audi vehicle. Then you're going to run all your wires up the side into the back opening of the Audi. You will also take the supplied camera wire. You're going to connect its red 12 volt to the blue 12 volt wire, which is for the camera video. And you're going to attach the RCA end to the CDD AV in input, and that will give you your rear display. You do not need to connect any power or ground other than this to the camera attachment. Then you will take your screen plug from your original screen and plug it into the adapter supplied. You're going to run your GPS antenna from the top dash down the side of the panel, in through the side, and then up the center console. You will remove the side panel here with your panel popping tool. Use a hanger or a piece of metal and you will be able to fish it down towards the center console. Now you have the supplied bracket, which comes with the original hazard light switch plug. Now, certain vehicles will use the opposite end because you're going to get, some units do come with the airbag sensor in the actual hazard lights. This vehicle is not equipped, so this other end will not be used. And there you will have your hazard lights control still. You will take your bracket, use the existing factory mounting hardware, and you will just insert there by fishing the wires through. Pause it for a second. I gotta make sure the alignment on this thing is right. This is 4x4 shop with the 2014 Q5 installation with internal MMI. Now, you're making sure that all existing plugs are looking exactly like this. So you have the two monitor plugs, small one on your left hand side, big one on your right hand side, two GPS antennas coming through the middle. Then you're going to use the original factory screws to put back your mounting bracket. Also, make sure that your hazard light plug is at the front and not in the back, because you do not want to have to remove the whole unit to get back the plug. Now you're going to now install the factory radio back in to the housing. You will need to turn on the ignition to get you to be able to shift the shifter to allow the radio to slide into place. Now you will take aftermarket T-harness plug. Make sure you line up the fuse slot with the back of the radio. Firmly slide in and then pull down locking tab. Also make sure that you connect all your existing antenna wires, which on this vehicle it is only 2. And also don't forget your video interface wire, because that is in charge of the output for the screen. Then you will make sure your harnesses are tucked down to the bottom. Slide radio in. Make sure all wires are pulled out of way to allow radio to get complete fitting. Now, on the opposite end of the T-harness, you're going to have the other adapter, which is going to plug in your heater control. That is what is going to give you full MMI control. But first we will put back the shifter housing. Like I said, you will need to maneuver it around plug. Make sure your MMI control wire is not pinched or not interfering with the factory movements of the plug. This is 4x4 shop back with the installation of a 2014 Audi Q5 with internal MMI navigation integration. So now you're going to rescrew the radio, plug in the T-harness supplied with the kit into the air conditioning plug, and you're going to plug both plugs Now you will plug in the supplied T-harness to the hazard light switch. You will screw in now. Silver plug on the back of the screen is for your Wi-Fi. Gold plug is for your GPS. Make sure you do not mix the two plugs up, or you will be having some difficulties.
Hi everyone, this is Fred from 4x4 shop. So we show you how to remove the dash and install the 10.25 inch Android screen in Audi Q5 2014, and that's where we put the backup camera. So the unit is installed. Retain the hazard light. That's how it fits on the dash, perfectly fine. As you can see right now, I'm on offline maps, fully touch, and by going to reverse, goes to backup camera with dynamic lines. And also I'm going to aftermarket menu, the knob for controlling nav and aftermarket menu is installed too, so it can scroll up, down. That's the original MMI. Internal MMI touching the screen goes to the aftermarket mode. If you're interested to get these type of units, you can buy them online. Right now they're on sale. We do free shipping to all over the world. You can buy them and enjoy the unit. Thank you and have a great day.